I am doing the Harry Potter 20 tag. I was not tagged by anyone, but Tara Weinberg commented on one of my latest videos saying that I should do it. So I'm gonna do it. Hooray! It was created by Reader's Warehouse, and I will leave their original video in the description for you. And let's get started with the fun Harry Potter tag. So the first question is, how did you discover Harry Potter? Did you read the books first or watch the movies? I discovered Harry Potter in the summer between grade 7 and grade 8, I believe it was. So I was 12. No, before that, frick, I'm sorry. So in grade 7, this one kid, Drew, in our class, did his book report on Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And, except I think he had Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, I'm pretty sure, because he reviewed Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and then this other kid, Brad, in our class, reviewed Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and I was super confused as to why they were the same book with different covers and different titles, but while, like, the Canadian version, I guess, of Harry Potter matches the British versions, when it was first becoming popular, you could get both versions of the first book. You could get the Philosopher's Stone and the Sorcerer's Stone in Canada at a lot of bookstores, which I'm kind of sad that I don't have both versions. I only have the Philosopher's Stone, but whatever. So, Drew did this amazing book presentation on Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and he always did such a good job on his presentations. I remember him talking about holes as well and loving that, but he talked so highly of this book, and he didn't tell us much about what it was about because we just had to read it for ourselves. And then Brad did his review, which was fine. And they both read different parts of the book, and I remember Drew read his part when Harry was learning how to play Quidditch. And so that's where I heard about it. And then in the summer, my mom bought me the first 3 books in hardcover in a box set. So this was, what year was this? 1999, I think. And I was like, oh, there's these Harry Potter books, to my friend Amanda. And I was like, have you heard of them? She's like, yes, I've read the first 2 and they're so amazing. And I was like, oh, I should read them. So I started reading the first book and I thought it was boring, so I stopped reading it. I was a very picky reader when I was 12. So in grade 9, so about a year later, I started picking up Harry Potter again because it was going to be a movie, and I was like, well, I should try and read it. And I got to the point where Harry was trying on his robes in Diagon Alley, and then I saw the movie. And then I was like, well, there's no point in finishing the book now, so I just went ahead and read the second one. I did later read the first one, or I read from where Harry was trying on his robes, and I just finished it, and that was like in grade 11 or 12, I think, that I did that, because I was like, I actually never finished reading the first book, I should do that. And then I have since reread it as well. Like 2 years ago, I think I reread it. Question 2. Let's be honest. The Hogwarts uniform is looking a bit drab. How would you customize your uniform to show off your individuality? Well, I would probably wear pants first instead of a skirt, because I don't like skirts very much. I would probably wear my white shirt untucked, so you can see my white shirt coming out from under the sweater. That's how I wore my Hufflepuff uniform when I was a Hufflepuff for Halloween one year. So I liked that for some reason. And I don't know how else I would change my uniform because I'm not a very fashionable person. So I don't think there's much else that I would do differently. If you were a teacher at Hogwarts, what class would you teach? Maybe like charms or something. That sounds like fun. Oh, I skipped question 3. Who would your ultimate Hogwarts Friends Gang be? Not the Hufflepuffs from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, because they did a lot of bad-mouthing of people behind their backs. So, I feel like I would probably be friends with, like, Luna and Neville. Probably I would fit in with them. Not that I'm like weird, but I'm not cool either. I never end up sliding into like the popular group in any situation. I'm always in like the lukewarm group. If you could have any creature from the Harry Potter universe as a pet, what pet would you choose? I don't know. I feel like most of the creatures would be difficult to have living in your house. So I don't know if I can answer that question. Maybe if there was a three-headed dog that was small, like a Chihuahua size, but not a Chihuahua? Maybe that? I don't know. If you were captain of the Quidditch team, what would you name your team? First of all, you don't want to ask me to name anything. I can hardly even name my books that I write. I was on a bowling team a few years ago, and we took like 3 weeks to come up with a name, and we came up with Nats. Because my name is Nat. So it's like N-A-T''S G-N-A-T-S. Like I own Nats. So don't ask me to come up with a Quidditch name. No one will want to be on my team. What magical treat have you always wanted to try? Well, I know this is not a treat, but they always talk about pumpkin juice. They're always like, what do you suppose he's drinking? I don't know, but I don't think it's pumpkin juice. And when they drink something gross, they're like, what did you expect, pumpkin juice? And then they're like, oh, and there was pumpkin juice on the table, and I had some pumpkin juice. What? I have never heard of drinking pumpkin juice before Harry Potter, so I would like to try that. I know it's not really a treat, but I would like to try that, please. If you could invent a spell, what would your spell do, and what word would you use to cast it? Funny story. For my Kickstarter for Chloe Diller, which you can purchase on indigo.ca and amazon.com, one of the rewards was to have a short story written about you and to have 2 plot points in the story that you get to choose. And one of the stories that I had to write was they wanted to be a Canadian version of Harry Potter, or like take place in a Canadian version of Hogwarts, and to involve multicolored rain, which was one of the funnest times I have ever had writing a story, ever. And so what I made happen was that there's a contest that happens every year, and you get the assignment at the beginning of the year, and you have all year to work on it, and then at the end of the year, the people who have decided to take part in it, they all do their thing, and then a winner gets like this pass to different classes that they get to sit in that aren't their classes throughout the next year, and they get access to like different parts of the school that other people don't get access to. And so it's about the girl who wanted me to write the story for her coming up with her way to win this prize, which was to cast a rain charm and then to alter it somehow. And so she makes the rain multicolored. And so I'm gonna go with that. So I can't remember what I called the spell or anything like that, but I'm gonna look at it on my computer and come back and let you know what it was. I'm also not good at coming up with fake names for things, like magical names and spells and stuff, so this is not good. But it was Latus Vernum, and it changes the color of rain. If you want, I will ask the person who paid for the story if it's okay if I post it on like a blog site or something. I have a blog that I don't really post on very often at all, and if she says it's okay, I'll post it if you want to read it, and I'll link it down below if that's something that interests you. I think it's a totally fun story. If your Patronus was an inanimate object, what would it be? Oh boy. Probably like a hoodie or a blanket or something, because I'm all about the hoodies and the blankets. Like, I love being cozy, and pretty much like the second I get home from work, I put on the sweats and the hoodies and wrap myself in a blanket, and when I'm watching a movie or a TV or I'm sitting at the computer, I have a blanket like wrapped around my shoulders. It like keeps me all safe and cozy. So probably that. If you could bring any Harry Potter character back to life, who would you resurrect? Hedwig? I know there's so many other characters that people are probably like killing me for not mentioning them. But I stand by Hedwig. You've been given free reign of Diagon Alley and can have anything you want. What shop do you hit first? Is there a magical bookstore? Probably. I'll go there. If you could send an owl post to anyone in the Harry Potter universe, who would you write to and why? I would write to McGonagall, because I feel like she has so much like knowledge of the world because she's older, and she teaches at Hogwarts, and she's been through the Battle of Hogwarts, and she's kind of badass. Warning, this is not real. If J.K. Rowling were to announce a spin-off series from the Harry Potter universe, which character would you love to see as the protagonist? Maybe Luna. I think I'm gonna go with Luna on this one. That's it. So maybe I should tag some people and spread the Harry Potter joy. So I'm gonna tag Monica Fumarolo. You have